Hey, this is Diane Cunningham Ellis, and I'm going to try this again. Let's try it again. That's what we do. We just keep coming back, keep coming back. And what am I talking about? I just got kicked off of my live stream. So here we are. I am talking today about the cycle of change and relapse, and I was sharing with you guys all about my big book. This is my first big book, and I have this big book. I have another big book right back here on the shelf, and I have this one that I am using as a fresh one, working through with my new sponsor. I have 7 years of recovery, for a little over 7 years, Juneteenth, recovery from alcoholism, but I have a very short amount of recovery from food, body, dieting, addiction. And so I am working the steps. This is fresh on my mind, and I wanted to come share it just off of a workout. No shower, no hair, hair in a pony, and no makeup. And this is good because when we really get honest, we take off our mask. And that's long before we had to actually wear a mask all day, right? And so I know one of you is in pain today from something that happened yesterday. And I know others of you are in pain. Like there's emotional pain going on in our group. There's physical pain going on in our group. So I guess I want to say, I hear you, I see you. I hear you, I see you. I get it. One of my long-term friends was on my Zoom AA meeting this morning with my home group. And she's been in the program as long as me, 7 years. And now she has 21 days sober. She's got 21 days sober. And I've seen her relapse again and again and again in the 7 years that I have been in the program. Why does she relapse? I'm not sure. And I know she's working on sorting all that out with her sponsor and her friends in the program. Why do any of us relapse, right? So this is the cycle of change, and it's crucial. It's important. I want you to see it. We're going to talk about it right now. But relapse is a part of it. You see that? Relapse is a part of it right here. So the cycle of change starts up here with pre-contemplation. Okay? Then we go over here to contemplation. This is where we're actually thinking about the thing. We're aware of a problem exists, but no commitment to any action. Then we go into the preparation. Whoops. Forgive me. Then we go into the preparation here. Intent on taking action. Okay? Then we get down into the action. We actively modify our behavior. So you might be trying to get off Dr. Pepper. You might be trying to get off Sprite. You might be trying to get off donuts. You might be trying to get off M&Ms. I don't know. There's things that I have released, and there's things I'm still trying to let go of. Like, high five to all of us. Because we don't graduate. That's why this has a cycle on it, and a spiral, and a relapse section. So let's keep on going. We've got action, and then we go into the maintenance. Maintenance. Sustained change. New behavior replaces old. This doesn't happen overnight, people. This is hard stuff. It's simple and yet so hard. Our verse is Romans 7:15. Why do I keep doing the very thing I don't want to do? It says it better than that, but you get the gist. It's like I keep doing the thing I don't want to do, the thing I keep saying I want to change. We keep doing it. So we have to reverse dynamic back, dissect. Like I'm learning how to help all of you dissect the habit. So if you don't want to eat the M&Ms, first of all, we might try to stop bringing them into the house, right? If you don't want, whatever the thing is, we might need to remove the app from your phone. We need, there's things that we can do to help ourselves. Okay, so maintenance means there's sustained change. New behavior replaces old. It takes not just 21 days to change a habit, maybe to get started, but like I've heard up to 66 days. I mean, it's a long time to get it to just feel like sort of normal. Okay, so maintenance. And then here, just totally built into the cycle of change is relapse. We relapse. So I buy the Dr. Pepper. I buy the Sprite. I get back on the diet root beer. I chew the gum. You guys know one of my goofy things I've recently let go of Let me look at how many days. Let me look at the days. I have an app that shows me my days. I've been off sugar-free peppermint gum for 215 days. That's a big deal. I haven't gotten on the scale for 55 days. Why do you think I'm counting it? Because it's a big deal in my life. It's a big deal. Because I was addicted to that and addicted to the scale was making me crazy every single day. That's part of my recovery. Not getting on that silly little device and making it be my God. I have 43 days of food dieting recovery, and so I keep track of these things. Why? Because this. We fall back into the old patterns of behavior. So we fall back into compulsively people-pleasing. We fall, and some of the addictive things are a substance, but most often it's a behavior, right? It's enabling, it's fixing, it's people pleasing, it's perfectionism, it's procrastination and avoidance. And so you get to think about all this. There's a program for you. There's 215, from what last I heard, 215 different types of 12-step programs. So I have been to a few. AA and OA and Debtors Anonymous and Under Earners Anonymous and Al-Anon, and I know of others that are going to all sorts of other programs. I have my master's in counseling. Many of you know that. Some of you don't. I have a master's degree in counseling, and I worked for years, 5 years, at a hospital, and I was working in the chemical dependency unit, the behavioral health, and also in the EAP program, and I worked with the gambling addiction program. I went out into schools and helped teach and lead in domestic violence. I did time working at a domestic violence place, the YWCA Alternatives to Domestic Violence. That was before the hospital, while I was getting my master's. And leading groups and leading and meeting with clients and leading support groups a couple evenings a week and doing all that. And then I went into private practice. And so I have a lot of degrees and all sorts of, cool things I could hang on my wall, which I don't need to show you that I knew a lot of things. I knew it. I had read it. I have some certifications in it, but that didn't keep me from being an alcoholic. You get it? That didn't keep me from my own addictive tendencies and my own, cycles, my own cycles, my own trends. And so I got more willing and able when I hit rock bottom. And my rock bottom with alcohol was a liter of tequila. You don't need to know how that feels because it's not pretty. It's not pretty. And this book, though, let me share this story, because this book, look at this. Look at when I got that. 1991. I was 18 years old. Is that right? Yes. I got this book. I went into the hospital for 30 days of inpatient. Went on my 18th birthday, which would have been in 1990. I got this book after that, later that next year. That was my first introduction to the 12 steps, to Overeaters Anonymous, to some of these principles, which I was so young. I was just so young. But I've had this book ever since then. And so the miracle is all the times I've moved from California to Washington State, to all these different apartments, to to houses, to getting married, to Texas, 3 different locations in Texas. I never got rid of this book. That's God. That is God in my life. And so when I need it again, it looks like I picked it up again in December 1998. I'm not sure what was going on, but obviously I wrote that down. And then I got sober June 19. Isn't that an awesome testimonial right there? This book basically needs to be kind of duct taped together. It it falls apart. I've got stickies. I've used it every which way, and I still use it every which way because this is crucial to me. Let's see. On awakening. Oh, this is so great. This is our on awakening prayer. On awakening, let us think about the 24 hours ahead. We consider our plans for the day. Before we begin, we ask God to direct our thinking, especially asking that it be divorced from self-pity, dishonest or self-seeking motives. Under these conditions, we can employ our mental faculties with assurance, for after all, God gave us brains to use. I always crack up at that line. Our thought life will be placed on a much higher plane when our thinking is cleared of wrong motives. We have to check our motives. Why am I doing this thing? Why am I sending this post? Why am I replying to this text in this way? What's my motive? Am I trying to win someone over? Or am I trying to win the argument? Am I trying to prove myself to you and to the world? In thinking about our day, we may face indecision. We may not be able to determine which course to take. Here we ask God for inspiration, an intuitive thought, or a decision. We relax and take it easy. We don't struggle. We are often surprised how the right answers come after we have tried this for a while. So this is the awakening prayer in AA. So look it up. I'll try to find it and post it below. But I really wanted you to hear, one of my friends relapsed. She said it this morning on the call, and she's got 21 days sober. And I'm glad she's back. I didn't know she'd relapsed. A lot of us, we don't, when we relapse, we're in secrecy, right? So we go running off and we hide and we don't come out. We don't ask for help. And that is part of the addictive tendency of the isolation and the fear and the remorse, shame and guilt. And then we live over there in that hell and we aren't brave. And then finally we hopefully come out. We come out of the relapse. It's built in. Remember this. It's built into the system. And then we come back around. So the cycle of change is an important piece of you understanding why you do the things you do. And so I'll post some of this here below. But this is fresh on my heart. I know some of you are in pain today in our group in Brave Women Nation. Emotional pain and physical pain. And I know what that is like because I have walked through both of those many, many, many times. And I've had to figure out a way to use the tools to not drink, to not binge, to not go running out and spend a big batch of money, to not do any of the numbing, distracting choices that we have right in front of us. They're right here, my friend. You could do all sorts of things right here or here. Or just very easily you can go left or go right. And so today, just for today, I am praying that you choose to keep coming back, to healing, to keep coming back to this cycle, to keep coming back from the change you want to make, and know that you are loved. Know that you are loved. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for listening. I'm Diane Cunningham Ellis. And one brave at a time. I'll see you soon.